Hello everyone, this is Jay and today it's Monday, not Sunday. I wasn't able to record a video yesterday to give you guys an update because my car broke down on Saturday, which I'm gonna tell you a little bit more towards the end of the video. But for now, let me just give you guys an update on the portfolio and what I bought on Friday. So let's take a look at that first and let's go into the portfolio. And my very first purchase, of course, my one share of SCHD at a share price of $27.87. I'm continuing to accumulate SCHD on a weekly basis, and leave it in the comments if you're also buying. And then my next one, Fidelity S&P 500 Index Fund, FXAIX. I put $22. That was actually my last purchase. Because that was the last $22 that I had left, and I left $20 for the weekly challenge purchase on Procter & Gamble, which I'm gonna make tomorrow. But my purchase was at $212 in share price, and I went a little bit bullish on the S&P 500 Index Fund to try to grow it a little bit more, a little bit faster. And then my next purchase, Vici, $10 into Vici, ticker symbol VICI, at a share price of $30.59. It's a little bit above my cost, but I still want to continue growing this position. I really like Vici, and I think it's going to perform well in the future. And then my next one, Realty Income O. This one was under my cost, $10 I put towards O at a share price of $54.66. Any of you guys are Realty Income shareholders? Because we also got paid over the weekend. I believe it was on Friday. So I was able to put $10 into O Realty Income, plus I dripped the dividend right back into O Realty Income. So leave it in the comments if you guys also got some Realty Income dividends. Then my last one on the dividend portfolio was on Johnson & Johnson, my last $10 into Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J. It was a little bit above my cost at a share price of $156.90. because I was able to DCA down. Christopher also did the same thing, DCA down in Johnson & Johnson in our positions. So now I am pretty much a little bit above my cost, which I'm going to show you in the portfolio in a minute. And then my first purchase in the growth portfolio was $20 into Google, ticker symbol GOOGL, at a share price of $185.34. And it's one that I'm continuing to grow because I like the share price right now. Honestly, it's a little bit high on the high end, but I think with the earnings that they have been having, the future growth, I do believe that this share price is still good, and it's at a good valuation right now. And then my last purchase was $5. My last $5, I only made a $25 deposit into the growth portfolio. So a cup of coffee into FNILX. I have been neglecting this position for quite some time, and I got a DCA into it. This is like my SCHG, which I was thinking on actually changing it into SCHG. And then my share price was, the purchase share price was at $21.82 for a total of $104.50. That's why, guys, don't get discouraged. Even if you have $20, $50 and you want to continue to invest in the stock market, you can. If you're in the US, there's the opportunity of buying fractional shares, which is what I do on a weekly basis. And I've been growing my portfolio that way, which when we go into my full portfolio, you guys can see here that it's at a market value of $22,600 right now, almost $3,000 in the green in unrealized gains, which is a 15% performance. And you guys can see right here the SCHD is at the very top, and it's going to stay at the very top for a very long time, which is 27% of my portfolio, 222.7 shares. And I still got to reply back to some of the comments in my previous few videos because I haven't really had a chance, especially yesterday being busy. But I haven't had a chance to reply to all of your comments. So just give me a little bit of time. I'm going to try to reply back today as I download this video. I'm going to try to get that done. And then you guys can see here, O Realty Income is in the red right now. 3% in the red, $61 in the negative, but I got 32.7 shares. I really like Realty Income and how I have been building my position right there. The share price is at $54 and my cost per share $56. So I guess this week, if it still stays under my cost, I'm gonna continue to buy some more. And then Johnson and Johnson, I have 9.5 shares. I want to get to 10 shares. So I'm going to try to see if I buy a little bit more this week to try to get to 10 shares sooner rather than later. You know, while it's still under $160 and I'm only 0.5% above my cost. So in the green, I mean. So it's okay. FXAIX 6.4 shares. I want a little bit heavier, trying to grow the S&P 500 index fund. And then Visa is one that I want to start buying. I know the share price is very high, and you guys are gonna be, Jay, you're crazy. Right now it's at $353, and the PE ratio is pretty high. I'm sure it is. I have Google and Amazon. I was looking at both of them in the stock analysis tab, but I want to take a look at Visa. I gotta start DCAing into it. You know, same thing with Amazon. Amazon is like at the very bottom, and I was looking at it in stock analysis. I know the PE ratio is a little bit high, but I honestly I believe in Amazon and I believe in Visa long term. So I think that I gotta start DCAing into both of these companies on a weekly basis. Maybe make me my own challenge, $10 into each one on a weekly basis. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna try to do something like that because Amazon, I know it's up 35%, 35.6% in the last year. But I really want to grow that position. I believe in Amazon long term. Same thing with Google, so and Visa, because as the world continues to go cashless, and I see so many places that you pay with card now, places that they used to be only cash. You know, like those shops and the grocery shops, like the corner stores and places like that, they're already going into card payments, you know, and before they used to be cash only. So as the world continues to go like that, Visa is just gonna be that toll booth in the middle that is just gonna continue to collect those fees on a weekly or on a daily basis. I'm sorry, I'm so used to saying weekly, but on all those transactions on a daily basis. So Visa and Amazon, these are two positions. I have to grow them, and I'm gonna have to buy to try to grow those positions a little bit more. I only have 3.8 shares of Visa, and I have 0.9 shares of Amazon. I don't even have $200 invested in Amazon, so I need to grow those two positions for the future. And I know in Amazon, I'm 45% in the green. Nice. And then Visa, I'm 30% in the green. And as I mentioned before, I remember I was buying Visa a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. I started this position and it was in the 290s. And now look at it, $353 in share price. Bank of America, I still got the same position. That one I'm going to sell in the future. Unfortunately, even though it's a very good performer in my portfolio, I'm 64% in the green. And I've been getting dividends along the way while it's in the green. So that's that. Starbucks, very good performer. I was able to capitalize when it went in the 70s, in share price and 80s. So I was able to bring down my cost to $83 and now it's at 112. So definitely that was one of the moves that I'm proud about. And I really like that I bought some Starbucks. Vici Properties is another one I really like. I'm barely in the green by only 1%, so continuing to buy that. 31.8 shares. Wow, that's really nice. VYM, I'm gonna sell some more tomorrow, guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna mention it in the next update. I got 6 shares. I think I'm gonna sell 2 shares because share price right now is at $133. So, and SCHD is at $27. So I want to get a little bit more of shares of SCHD with the few extra dollars that I'm gonna get from my VYM sale. So I'm gonna sell 2 shares tomorrow. And then Google, as you guys can see, 3.8 shares. I want to buy some more. I want to get to $1,000 invested in Google as soon as possible. So I'm gonna try to buy on a weekly basis also while it's in the 180s. And then VGT is one I did not buy, but I want to buy some more also. I want to buy so many of my positions, honestly. I just can't have unlimited money, right? CanView, 26.2 shares. Apple, I only got the 1.9 shares. Really considering selling it for the gains. And then maybe I'll go back in the future if it takes a nice dip. because I still believe in Apple long term. I don't think it's a bad company at all. I love their products. Everyone in my household got their products. So the video that I'm recording on is on a MacBook. So I love Apple, but I might take those couple $100 in gains and put them somewhere else. And then FNILX, I'm only at 19.6 shares, and this is one that I'm gonna I want to continue growing, but my focus is now gonna be Google and Amazon. If Google goes above $200 again, then I'll probably put on FNILX and Amazon. But I'm gonna try to do that in Amazon to put on a weekly basis at least $10, $15, something like that, something that I'm able to do just to grow that position and hold it long term. I know that this portfolio was to just do some swing trades, but I believe in Amazon long term, so I kind of want to hold the long term and see where it goes. All right, everyone. So just wanted to tell you real quick. So what happened is that my battery light came on my truck. I got a GMC early 2000s, GMC Sierra 1500. So when I got out of work on Saturday, I turned it on. I went to pick up some Chinese food because we always have Chinese food Saturday night as a family in my household. And my car pretty much stalled and broke down. And I was thinking about it. I had to go get a haircut also. So I got a haircut. While I was getting a haircut, I left my truck parked, broken down. I went, got a haircut. While I was getting a haircut, I was thinking, and I'm like, what should I do if I get a towing truck? It's gonna be a couple $100 just to get home, you know. And what I did was like, you know what? If I go buy a new battery, I'll go get one at Walmart. I bought one, put it on, and I just drove it back home because I knew I was gonna make it. I thought about it after, of course, because when you break down, you kind of don't think things through very clearly, right? But I thought about it clearly, and I'm like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get a battery. I'll save a couple $100. I go home. I wouldn't recommend this to you guys if you guys are not knowledgeable in mechanic work. Just be safe. Maybe get a towing truck. But this is just me because I have some idea of what I'm doing since I learned that from my father and his friends. And I was able to make it home. I got here, and then yesterday, Sunday, I worked on it. I removed the alternator thanks to Google. It reminded me of some steps that I was forgetting. So I was able to do it and then go get a new alternator, put it back on. And then I went ahead, and while I was at it, I'm like, you know what? Let me just do my oil change. I got to do it anyways. So I just went to Walmart once again, got oil, brought it back, and then did my oil change. So it was a busy weekend. Today, I had the day off scheduled already that I needed to take the day off. So I had time to record this video for you guys. And I really hope you guys appreciate the update. I really enjoy giving you guys the updates and replying back to your comments, which I'm going to try to do today. All right. So bear with me. I'm sorry. I know I've been taking a long time, but it's just life, things that happen. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your due diligence and research before investing in the stock market. Thank you.